Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the elementary education of Scikit-Learn. This is your host, Christian Paul, speaking once again, right? This time we are dealing with a machine learning package that any data scientist or any machine learner can basically use to deal with predictions and computation, right? Which is mainly built on numerical Python, scientific Python, and matplotlib. And like all these other packages you see up in Python here, open source, commercially usable, and a BSD license, right? In which they talk about classification, regression, clustering, dimensionality reduction, model selection, pre-processing, right? And they have all this stuff that's actually basically shown on how they work, and can install through pip or anaconda. Below they have the packages available for you to download them. So let's do it each of them, see how they get down. So ladies and gentlemen, they have a bunch of examples on how they deal with Scikit-Learn here when they deal with release highlights. By clustering, they have all of these examples that you see here below on how they mainly work, right? And you can see some of the full codes for each on how they get done when it comes with data set examples and the whole 9 yards, decision trees, the composition, right? Ensemble methods, right? Examples that are based on real world data sets, which, you know, many of you actually have seen some of the data sets that I've done within different stories up in my YouTube channel. Then you already seen the examples that I've done utilizing Scikit-Learn, feature selection as well, Gaussian models, Gaussian processes, generalized linear models, inspections, verification, kernel approximation, manifold learning, all this other miscellaneous stuff, missing value imputation, model selection, confusion matrices, however it may be, multi-output methods, nearest neighbors, neural networks, pipelines and composite estimators, pre-processing, semi-supervised classification, and supporting vector machines. And they have a bunch of tutorial exercises working with text documents as well to see how they could get done. So I want to try and pick a good basic example on how they basically work. So I'm gonna go pick with comparison of calibration calisters here. It shouldn't even be that much. You have a data set that we would see that's shown, and you see the data set you see here below on how calibration curves work. You import numpy, you import Scikit-Learn, you get the linear SVC that you have shown below. We have all these examples that you can definitely work on to see how you get the calibration parts. They could definitely try to look at and use them as reference below to see how they really work, right? So there's one example literally right there. So let's go back to all these examples here, and you see all of them done. You can definitely look up under the Scikit-Learn on our org site below. You can definitely find them there. All right, now let's go to use guide here. We got linear models. You have all of these models you can definitely look at. Linear analysis, kernel ridge regression, vector machines, stochastic gradient descent, nearest neighbors, Gaussian processes. So many models to work with under machine learning when it comes to deep machine learning, all this other stuff that you see here below. So many, right? So many that you can rely on, so many you could try and learn, so many you can literally try to build. OMG. Insane, right? Insane. Boom. So many. I could click on these below and they show you how much there is. Like about 50 to 100 of them. All these plotting options, data set transformations, all this stuff that you literally get done up at the click of a finger through your mouse. Random projection, kernel approximation, pairwise metrics, transform prediction targets, touring data sets, right? Real world data sets, generated data sets, any other data sets you can use the CSV file to basically cluster and clean, or you can combine data sets use SQL and import them through your computer up in your Python, do your Excel file, and be able to import from there. Computing with Scikit-Learn, instance using our core learn, prediction latency, parallelism, specific serialization, interpolate formats, pre-processing data leakage, controlling randomness, API support with arrays, which is experimental. Boom! Right there. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is all I have here. Y'all have had to explore with the site of Scikit-Learn and all the other data sets. We're able to compare models, which you see me do daily up in the YouTube channel. If you have more info on those, you can definitely look in the site below or look in previous videos where I actually have done projects related to certain issues and certain data sets, right? So, Chris and Paul from the Nerd Chronicles is signing out. Gone, gone, gone.